to the vision. I am Pastor Sandra Whitley, and I am excited about this being our first show, focusing on the various dimensions and aspects of empowering women. This show will feature topics such as women in crises, setting goals, professional careers, finances, relationships, families. Who can tell? But we are excited about it. And on this show, our very first show, our guest today is Alicia Levels. Alicia Levels is a gospel recording artist and the 2011 Gospel Choice Awards Best New Artist. She's from Atlanta, Georgia, and we are just excited to have her to be with us today. So Alicia, we want to welcome you too.
Thank you.
So Alicia,
Yes.
we're going to talk about today dreams, achieving our dreams, and how we can push to achieve those dreams. So what would you share with us about dreams?
Dreams. Well, I believe that we all have a dream. We all have a vision. God has given us all a purpose. So there's something that we all are supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And I think dreaming is the lifeline of life. I feel like you have to dream and you have to hope in order to, get through this journey that we call life. So it's important, and I feel like everyone needs to go after it with tenacity. So I call myself a dream advocate. So yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes,
a dream advocate.
Yes.
Well, this is wonderful. As a matter of fact, you were at Bunker Hill when we decided to do this Achieve Your Dream weekend called Push, pushing towards academics or nutrition or spiritual or financial, whatever it is that you might dream.
Yeah.
And so why don't you just tell us about how you end up coming here to Chelsea, Massachusetts, as a matter of fact, because you're all the way from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, I am from Atlanta. I know I feel so Southern because yesterday when I was there, I said y'all, and everybody started laughing at me. So, but yeah, it was an amazing experience being at Bunker Hill because there is so much diversity. And so you get a chance to see so many people in so many different levels and so many different facets of life going for the things that they want. You see young and you see old going to achieve, their education and pushing forward. A lot of the students I spoke to, they drive hours to get to school, but they're willing to do whatever needs to be done to achieve what it is that they know they can be. So it was an awesome experience. I got a chance to listen to the music club and hear the different types of music and the staff and the dean, and it was just an awesome time. And they had a lot of different organizations there talking about a lot of different things going on in the community of Chelsea. So I was excited to be there, and People's AME Church, brings me down every year, and it's such a blessing to come, from the South to come up here and just experience something new, and bring what I know and merge it with the things that other people know, and just do something awesome for a community and for a group of people. So I absolutely love coming here every year, and I think that being at Bunker Hill this year and partnering the push weekend with Bunker Hill is awesome because it allows it to open up so much for the community. So I was just glad to be a part of it.
Well, that's wonderful. And knowing that you just celebrated your 25th birthday on last Friday.
Yes.
So, but I want to go back. So tell us about your dream. What were your dreams? Did your dreams start as a child? You're a young person and you're achieving a lot of things. So talk to us about where your dreams started.
Yeah, I think I've always been a dreamer. I always was a creative child. And so when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I told my mom and my dad, I was like, I want to be a singer. I want to be a dancer. I want to be an actress. I was like, I want to be all these things. I want to be a ballerina. And, my mom and dad were like, if you want to do those things, do those things. And so, fortunately for me, I had a mom and a father to push me in my dreams. So at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, I was singing in every talent show. My mom dressed me up, put the big dresses on me and the bobby socks and all the barrettes in my hair. And, she would push me out there. And so at an early age, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And I decided that that's what I'm going to do, and nothing's going to stop me from achieving that. So, like I said, I think we all were born with a dream, with a vision. So it's just a matter of having people there to support it. And most importantly, you just believing that you can do it and not letting anything get in the way of you achieving it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's as a child.
Yeah.
All right. So then just tell us, okay, so what were the steps then? You know, what had to be done in order for you to move towards that dream? So you expressed it to your parents, and they were supportive, obviously.
Yeah.
And then as a result, okay, so about what point in your life did you actually step out in achieving being a singer?
Yeah,
because you wanted to be a ballerina. Are you a ballerina?
Yeah, I was thinking about taking some classes. It's not too late for me. It's not too late for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I think the thing is, like I said, one of the important steps or one of the foundational things is having a great support system. And then secondly, like I said before, just really believing in yourself and, honing in and crafting, working on your craft and working on your skill and continually, putting yourself in situations to grow. Continually putting yourself in situations to meet like-minded individuals because, along the journey you'll get discouraged, from people and sometimes most importantly from yourself. You can, get discouraged. And so it's just important to have those people, to have, like-minded individuals around you. And just know what you want, continue to go, continue to hone in on your craft and your skill and perfect it. And just become an expert and to be as great as you possibly can at whatever you want to do.
So along the way, what were some of the discouragements that you encountered?
I think, one of the biggest things is that, just you deal a lot with yourself. And one of the things I know I talk a lot about is fear. And so we all have encountered that monster at some point in time. And fear is basically saying, I'm afraid. And you have to sit back and ask yourself, what are you afraid of? And so fear that's the biggest thing. You have people who naysay, sometimes when you want to, you're a visionary or entrepreneur, it's financial things. Or, if you have a family or a wife or a husband, you have children, it's the family trying to balance. But I think the foundational thing under all of that is fear. People encounter fear and they're afraid of the what ifs, but you will never know what you can accomplish if you stop at the what ifs. So I think it's just pushing past that fear, pushing past that anxiety of the unknown, and knowing that if I keep going, if I never stop, there's absolutely no way I cannot accomplish it. So.
Very good. All right. So what would you do and what would you share about, because not everybody, has two-parent family who was able to encourage them and push them. I don't know if your parents were always together. I know my parents weren't always together. So I had a dream that when I got older, because my father was in the military, and we used to love to drive and travel, and he would take us, we would meet new people. We have to start all over, but it was just fun because Mom and Dad were together, and I was the oldest child of 5 of us, and although we would fight or whatever, but we used to say, when we grow up, we're going to be in the military. And I remember my dad saying, no, you're going to college first.
Right.
And then as a result of that, then who knew that they would get a divorce? And then we have to all go back. My mother is a single parent, all go back to her hometown in Montgomery, Alabama. And then I forgot that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yep, he kept pushing. At least I thought about the education piece. So for those that, just don't have that perfect, ideal situation, their environment, just not, but so they had a dream, but all of a sudden that dream was shattered because of it wasn't just a good laid out pattern. So do you have anything that, you could share that, more is practical about, okay, this is the time I fell down. I had this dream, but I fell down. But I was able to get back up.
Yeah, well, the amazing thing about my story is that, like you said, I had a 2-parent home. It wasn't always that way, but for the most part, it was a 2-parent home. I had supportive parents, but it wasn't always easy because my environment wasn't always ideal. So, there's times, like I said, you have to look at life and you have to make a decision, regardless of, what my family's doing, regardless of what I see, who do I want to be? What do I want? Is this the life for me? You have to make those decisions. You have to ask those questions. And you have to, I think life is really just all about a decision. We can either take the circumstances, allow them to define us, and, become victims to them. Or we can take the circumstances and say, no. I won't. I won't, okay, my mom was this, my dad was this, but that's not the life I saw for myself. You have to see your life the way you want it, and you have to go after it with everything within you. Regardless of your circumstance, because there are some people who have the ideal situation, whose family's financially sound, who have the parents, but there's a lot of different things that they deal with, whether it's depression, whether it's loneliness, all these different things, and so regardless. And then there's some people who have a single parent home, who don't have the finances, and so there's gonna be in life, there's gonna be something that's always trying to fight against you. And so I think a lot of times people get discouraged, and it's like, well, my life isn't this, but we have to be careful not to look at everyone else's life and take that at face value and feel like they have it better than we do. And you just have to take your situation, look at the reality of it, and make a decision. What do I want? Who do I want to be? Nothing's going to stop me from getting to that. And one thing I had to learn, because I have 7 brothers and sisters, well, 6.
Oh my goodness.
Well, 6 of them, yeah. So
what number are you?
I am 4.
Oh.
I'm right in the middle.
Oh,
yeah, I'm right in the middle. So it's 3 and 3. So, I'm right in the middle. And, for me, like I said, all the time it wasn't the ideal situation. But I also had to not live for myself, because our lives are not just for us. They're for other people. So I had to say, okay, this is who I want to be. This is what I want to do. And what type of example would that set for my little sister? It shows her, this may be my situation, but yes, I too can accomplish whatever I want to do. And ironically enough, even as a child, you can encourage and inspire your parents. Because along the way, they probably had a dream that they lost out, because, depending on different life circumstances. So you never know, what your life can do for other people. So you just kind of have to make a decision, regardless of your circumstance. So, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, and anybody else can do is make a decision.
That's right. That's good. Because I was thinking about when we were talking earlier about, let me see, pushing. What is it called? Pushing. But I like that. The statement that you made about what would the world look like, because refresh my memory on that.
Yeah, and basically, what will the world say about your life?
Yes.
What will the world say about your life?
And so is that do you have a statement of response to that right now? What would the world say about your life?
My life? Yeah, I mean, well, I'm 25, so I'm still working on it. And, the strides I have made, I'm very proud of them, because I know that I live my life to encourage or to inspire, the next person. And so one thing I want my life to say at the end of it is that whoever met her, whoever was around her, they were changed for the better. Because of her life, because of what she said to me, I decided I wanted to do this. When she was around, she loved me like nobody. Those are the type of things, that I want, my life to say. So, I heard somebody say one time, your life may not change the world, but it could change somebody's world.
That's right.
So
Beautiful.
Just being able to affect someone in some form or shape or capacity.
So, do you have any college education, or what?
Yes, ma'am.
So, was that one of your dreams or one of your goals towards the dream?
Not necessarily, because I was like, I want to be a singer and a ballerina. So,
Okay.
But I know, my mom, she encouraged us to, go to school. And I saw my older sister, she went to Howard. And, I really looked up to her. So I was like, I want to do it. And that goes back to, being able to encourage and inspire people in your family. So I saw my sister go to college. And, my mom and dad, they never really went to college. So I saw my older sister and I said, I want to do that. That looks fun. So I went to school.
Okay.
So I went to school, and I started at Tuskegee University, and I finished at Georgia State University. Yeah.
Okay. What were your degree programs?
Political science.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Political science.
All right. So that seems
different, right? Isn't it?
Very different. So what you gonna do with the political science? Go up in the White House somewhere and sing your cases, or what?
Possibly. You never know. You might be on to something, seriously. But I always had a thing like for politics, for government, for law, because I like to know our rights. I like to know the things that kind of govern our lives. And I just feel like when you're in the know and knowledgeable about things, you have more of a voice. So
Yes.
I really like politics, and so I was like, all right, well, I can go major in political science, go to law school, and a way to still be into the entertainment industry is to go and pursue entertainment law. So I started the poli-sci track, to go to law school.
Okay.
And then I put an album out.
Oh, that's how it happened. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't go to law school.
So a part of your goal in your singing career is to become the what?
Singing attorney. Well, what is that? The thing with that,
So any more albums? What do you see? What do you see in your future?
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause you're only 25.
Yeah, I'm only 25. Spring chicken, as they say in the South.
Okay.
Yeah. So, of course, more music, because I believe in, kind of solidifying yourself in the foundational things, and it opens you up to do the other things that you want to do. So music is, my foundation, but I also have an organization called Live to Inspire that I do to different conferences, different seminars, different organizations, a school, a performing arts school, different things like that. So it's just all these different things that I see, and so music is the foundation of that to solidify myself, and it's also a calling as well. So I see a lot of different things.
Okay.
Really,
So
yes.
tell me about the calling piece.
The calling.
Perking my interest on that.
Yes, the Live to Inspire calling piece. Okay. Well, Live to Inspire is an organization that I thought of, that God gave me literally maybe about 2011, 2012. I was on tour in Europe, and we went to sing in Spain. And there was a young girl there. She was 8 years old, and I was on tour with the choir. And she came up to us, and she looked at me and she said, "I want to be a gospel singer, just like you guys." And I was just so surprised, because we're in Spain, and it's all these young black kids, over there singing. And she walked up and said that, and I was like, wow, she reminds me of myself when I was little. So during my performance on stage, I had a solo. So I took the microphone. I called the little girl out from the audience. And her mom was like, oh, my God, oh, my God. So I just let her get on stage and sing her heart out. And she got to do whatever she wanted to do. And afterwards, her mom said, "You don't even know how you just changed my baby's life." And at that moment, it just clicked, like, your life means something to somebody you don't even know yet.
Yeah.
And so that's where Live to Inspire came from. So literally living each day to encourage, to inspire, to motivate the next person. Because I know we all have had some type of encounter with someone who said something or did something for us, and it just sparked something. And so I was like, wow, that young girl, she'll never forget, being in this huge opera house in her hometown and being able at 8 years old to get on stage and just to sing in front of hundreds of people, because it was a sold out show, to sing in front of hundreds of people. She'll never forget that. And so someone's waiting on you. Someone is waiting on you to fulfill the calling in your life. Someone is waiting for you to fulfill the vision in your life so that they then can be inspired and encouraged to do the same thing. So that's where Live to Inspire came from. And we provide mentoring, but most importantly, I like to cultivate them in arts. So we do voice, we do stage, we do mentoring, and then we're going to branch off and do different motivational speaking. So I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that sounds really wonderful. That was I was just thinking about, that was like being at the Apollo Theater for those who are Americans.
Yeah.
A young person to be able to stand and to perform like that. And you did that. You have such a heart. So sweet. Oh. So let's see. So tell me about what would you share with young people